Hello friends, I'm Sayukta and today we are going to be learning another new Zentangle original pattern, and the name of the pattern is Kiko. Yes, the pattern involves simple line work, a series of lines horizontal and vertically arranged in such a way that they look like this. I have already posted how the pattern looks like on my Facebook page Sayukta Zentangle. So let us now see how to actually draw this pattern, right? So the pattern Kiko, very simple to draw. You just draw a series of straight lines horizontally and vertically, right? So here I have started with 4 lines, right? Added a slight curve to the lines. You can draw straight lines also. Again I have drawn the same 4 lines horizontally, again vertically, 4 lines, again horizontally, again vertically, right? So that's how the pattern starts. Then we go to the second line. Again, since the upper part is a vertical line, we start with horizontal lines, again vertical lines, again horizontal lines. Generally the number of lines is kept the same for uniformity. You get the look of the pattern generally when you keep the number of lines same, right? So again I have added a second line. Third line, again alternate 1 2 3 4 vertical lines, again straight lines with a slight curve, maintaining 4 lines, 1 2 3 and 4. So that's how we draw the pattern Kiko, right? If you want to keep the line straight, you can do that. Is it that we have to do 4 lines only every time? No, depends how big or how small you want them to be. I am doing here with 3 lines and I am keeping the lines straight, right? So again second line would be horizontal, then vertical, again horizontal lines, again vertical lines, horizontal lines, and again vertical lines, right? Again if you want to add the third line, just maintain the same thing. If you are using straight lines, this is how it is going to look. Adding a slight curve to the lines, when you shade them, it adds a little dimension to the Kiko, right? So if you are not comfortable drawing it just the way I have drawn it without any grid, right? If you're not comfortable, you are concerned that the shapes and sizes will vary, you can draw a pencil grid, a very light pencil grid, just for the sake of reference, although it is not required. But in case you're a beginner and not very confident about the size and shape, then you can start with a mild pencil grid and then start with your pattern, right? Again you can draw in the grid. So just as a reference, the grid is not penned. The tangle doesn't have a penned grid, right? Again 4 lines vertical, 4 lines horizontal, 4 lines vertical, 4 lines horizontal, right? Just maintain it. Generally number of lines is kept the same. Okay, 1 or 2 lines here and there, it's okay, there are no mistakes, everything looks good. You can call it a variation, right? Again 4 lines, again 4 lines, again 4 lines. So the basic pattern Kiko looks like this. How do we generally shade it? The shading is, you shade along the grid, that is intersections. So basically you shade it like a square grid, right? Wherever they are finishing. So I have basically shaded it like a square grid, each one of them to be separated. So I have drawn horizontal lines and vertical lines, and then I am just going to smudge it, right? So that is how you generally shade Kiko. But again, if you want to add dimension, there are various ways you can do it. For example, if you have arranged Kiko in a sphere or a circle, then you shade it differently. I'll just show you a few examples that I've posted on my Facebook page. This is how you generally shade your Kiko, right? But you can look here, I have arranged Kiko as a border tangle. This is just to show you that no matter how the shape is, you can put Kiko in any shape. It is an excellent filler tangle also. This is in a sphere or a circle, so I have shaded the corners and highlighted the center, right? So these are all examples of Kiko. These two examples show how you can play around with your Kiko or create a variation. That is, these lines, you can fill in between lines anything that you want and you can create a variation, right? These are simple dots and these are simple lines, but so many tangles. This is a version of Kiko where I have added the technique of rounding, right? So I have rounded the places where the lines are intersecting or wherever there is a corner. I'll show you how. What is rounding exactly? Maria uses it very frequently. Wherever there is an intersection of line, you generally round it by adding some ink at the place where the lines are intersecting. For example, if there is an intersection, then rounding. What I am doing is just adding a small curve and inking it, right? So again, if there are lines are turning like this, series of lines which are turning like this, for example like this we have come across at many places where we add repeating auras, right? So you round it by adding a little ink at the turnings, right? So this is the simple meaning of rounding. For example, simple line and a curve, so you round it like this. Wherever there is a turning or an intersection, you ink that area by adding a small curve. So this is what I have done here. For example, if this is a simple Kiko, right? So I have added some ink at these places where the lines are intersecting each other or going to intersect, not exactly intersecting but going to intersect, right? So I have just added some ink to these crossings, and this is how it will look after you do this exercise for all, right? For example, like this. So just some ink at these points, some ink at these points, and this is how it will look, right? So adds a nice third dimension. And this is also, if you shade it this way, adds a good third dimension. Shading differs, and the dimension, you can add a lot of contrast, depth and dimension by differing your shading, right? So let us draw a tile today using the pattern Kiko. We'll use a few more patterns also here, right? So my border is in place and I have drawn a sort of a light pencil circular shape here, and I plan to add some mocha there, right? So let us start right away. So let us start with the pattern mocha, and then we will later on move to draw the pattern Kiko in the background, right? So this circular shape, I am going to be surrounding it with the pattern mocha. So let's start right away. Going to draw some random mochas here, right? Then again, just creating an outline to my circular shape that I have drawn in the center, right? Drawing a couple of mochas here, kind of outlining my shape. Right? right? So I have drawn with a very light hand mocha in the center and adding a few flux here and there, right? So I am going to leave it here and move on to the next stage. I am going to add some poke roots at the corners, or you can say you can draw poke leaf or poke roots, whatever you feel like. So adding a few poke leaves here, right? Like these. Not many, just covering a few, covering the center, I'm sorry, the sides, the corner, inking small spaces left here and there, right? Something like this. Again, I'll be doing this exercise on all the four sides, adding a few poke leaves. You can draw any other pattern, for example rixties, fescues. We know a couple of patterns by now, so anything can be placed in the corner. Right? A few more here. Right? I'm just preparing the tile so that I can use Kiko as a filler for the rest of the tile, right? You can choose to make Kiko, the focus tangle also, the main tangle. It will be looking at the main tangle on this tile also, but basically I'll be filling the rest of the place with the pattern Kiko. After adding these poke leaves, right? So added some poke leaves at the corners. Like this, right? Now let us start with the pattern Kiko. So I'm going to start with 4 lines. You can draw a rough grid line for your reference if you are not very confident of drawing the lines like these, right? But it's not required. So I'm drawing here, you can see here pretty big size Kikos, right? Right, again next line. 4. I'm drawing behind, right? Right? So I'm going to be filling up this entire space just like this. Right? I'm going to complete this entire thing and fill up the background space with the pattern Kiko.